Okay, and we're back.
To me, it just feels like Bruce Timm keeps trying to like break out and do things differently, and it's not working. Like I don't know, it just feels like all of these movies look very similar. And he keeps trying to be like, well, we're gonna make it look like the book, and it never looks like
The
the
only
book. It
time it
always
did was with
Frontier.
and I guess you can maybe say about Public Enemies, but they looked like deflated versions of Ed McGuinness art, which is probably the best way to go.
But even public or not public, but even New Frontier. I mean, his art style is kind of what Bruce Timm
Yeah, yeah,
did.
because Darwin Cook worked on stuff
Yeah,
with him, so
yeah. So I don't know. I feel like just stop trying to make it look. And the thing is, the shorts have had better animation, better looking animation. I don't know if Bruce Timm has anything to do with
he's
the
only
shorts
executive producer on those.
because they look different. They actually look for some reason those have better animation. I don't know why, but
Uh,
I don't know. I'm still not convinced you can do All Star Superman as a linear story.
I don't know what they'll have in here. Like they let's see, they obviously have the main kind of plot throughout the whole series of he's dying and he has to fight the giant sun thing and well, at least they have
Yeah,
that epic scene of him in that cool spacesuit with all those robots. At least they have that.
yeah, but I didn't see Jimmy Olsen's rainbow coat. I'm just
I
saying.
know. I'm gonna actually be really upset if we don't see him as Doomsday. I love that scene. That's
Yeah.
amazing. Uh, so you can go to the next one.
All right, so the next article is we finally have some pictures from Captain America. It's not in costume pictures, but we have Chris Evans as Steve Rogers, and then we have some, I don't know, like on-scene stuff, like a girl shooting, and there's like old-fashioned
We have
cars and things like
close-ups of
that.
his rubber feet shoes.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, that's the one
Uh,
thing people kept telling me. Make sure you mention the rubber feet shoes.
I'm sure it's just so he doesn't hurt
Yeah, yeah,
him
that's
further.
why. That's why. I'm not gonna focus on his speed, probably. So
No,
who cares?
you're not even gonna
Yeah,
notice. But you know, the first two pictures really won me over. He looks perfect for the role. I don't know. Like I saw those two pictures and I was like, that's it exactly. I don't know what it is, but he
is it the
captures it.
hair? His hair looks like
The hair being blonde definitely
yeah,
helps.
and the way it looks,
But
the
I don't
way
know
his
what it is.
haircut looks, kind of looks from that era.
Yeah, he looks. I don't know. Like he looks just like Steve Rogers to me.
Oh, hey, Eric, did you see those pictures of like the stunt double on the motorcycle?
Yeah. Didn't we do it? Did we do it? Did we
No,
see
me
it?
and Kajib did.
Oh, yeah. Um, those look good for what they are. I mean, nothing ever looks as good in
Yeah,
pre-production as it
no,
does
no,
in
and these,
post-production. I like the costume design, and I like that they have the wings on his helmet.
yes. Yeah, apparently it. What's his last photo that where there's like a bunch of white powder everywhere? Is it snow or is it cocaine? Sorry, I just had to mention that. It's everywhere. And also, there's a guy with a box just walking by. I love that. So, yeah, I got nothing else to say. You, Eric?
No, I think it's looking good.
Okay. The next thing is. One moment here. My computer's a little frozen. Apparently, one of the actresses they have on the list to play the love interest. Something people aren't saying Mary Jane, just the female lead is Emma Stone. I don't know who this person is.
She was in Zombieland.
That's what I remember her from.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm for this.
and and she was also in House Bunny. I didn't see that
I
movie,
didn't see that movie either.
but I saw the trailer. And she was in something else. I don't know. She's been in a couple of things like here. Because when I saw her in Zombieland, I'm like, she looks really familiar. And I looked it up, and I was like, oh, she was in House Bunny. I guess it must have been that
I kept
because
looking at her saying,
I saw the trailer.
maybe it's because I just keep seeing trailers, but I'm like, who is this person? And then you bring that up. And it
And I
clicks.
think she's in that Easy A movie that's coming out too.
That already came out, I thought.
Oh, I haven't been to theaters for a while. Last time I went to theaters, they ran the trailer for it. That's all I know.
I don't care about that movie.
I don't either, but they ran it before Scott
Yes,
Pilgrim.
yeah.
Um, but I have no idea. I've seen her in Zombieland.
Yeah.
She looks like Mary Jane. She definitely looks the part.
Oh, yeah,
I'll give her
yeah,
that.
yeah. I'll agree with you.
But beyond that, I don't have any real opinion.
Yeah, oh, I have the base her off of Zombieland too, so who knows? Does anyone care? I,
I don't know. I'd much rather hear an announcement about who the villain is and
the villain? No,
others.
no, Eric. The villain is that team of villains we mentioned earlier with Stiltman.
It could be.
Yeah.
But this is Ultimate Spider-Man, so they'd probably be like remade to be cool, and we don't want that.
You're right. You're cool.
And
You're telling
and the
me they
final,
can make a cool Stiltman.
you could totally make a cool Stiltman.
Will you just give him machine guns? Everything's cooler with machine guns.
I don't know how you'd make a cool Stiltman, but you could do it.
Anyway, yeah, last one, Eric.
Yeah, all right. So the final story is that we're finally going to get to see Lois Lane's mother.
In Smallville.
Yep, and she's going to be played by Teri Hatcher.
Yeah.
Which I think is really cool.
I think it's cool, too. For some reason, I also think it's weird. I don't know why.
Yeah, you said that. I don't know why you think it's weird.
I can't tell you why. It's just, there's this thing in the back of my head going, this is weird.
Apparently Smallville premiered and I missed it. I do actually want to keep up with this season since it is going to be the last season, so I kind of want to watch it.
I watched it.
Any good?
It was okay. It was. Do you want me to tell you anything, or do you not want me to spoil it for you?
No, I'll watch
There's
it. I saw the pictures of Lois all tied up, and that looked hot.
It was, especially since the guy who tied her up lit the cornfield on fire.
Oh man.
I was like hulking out at that moment. Do you want me to tell you a big thing about her? Or do you not want me to spoil it? It's kind of cool. But
I guess tell me it. Everybody stop now. If you don't want
everyone shut up. Go. Everyone's gone. There's a Lex Luthor clone, not played by Rosenbaum, but he was still pretty good. He looked like Lord Voldemort. He looked because the idea is he ages faster.
Oh, okay.
But apparently Lex Luthor doesn't age that well. He looked like Lord Voldemort with a nose. He looked sick.
Well, Rosenbaum's supposed to come back this season, isn't he?
Well, they want him to come back.
I thought I remembered hearing rumors that he'd come back for the final season. Anyways, so yeah, I like this. All right, I'm going to say I like Lois and Clark. I haven't watched it since I was about 7 or probably about 9.
I remember like when I was 10, they re-aired it on TNT because my babysitter made me watch it.
Yeah. I watched it then, but I also watched it as it aired every Sunday. I watched it. I don't think I was there when the show started because I tracked it and I would have been like 4, so I'm not sure if I was watching it when it first started. But I do know that there was a point where I was watching it every week, and like I remember when Lois and Clark got married, and then at the end of that episode, she eats a frog, which was like the tell that she's a clone, and I was like, oh man.
I'm sorry.
Because there's frog eating clones in that show.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how you know that they're a clone, is they eat frogs. And Lois and Clark get married and they go back to their place, and like I assume they're gonna have sex or something, and then like she goes to the bathroom to like prepare or whatever, and she eats a frog, and that's how the episode ends. She's like, oh damn. That's one of my strongest childhood memories.
Is Lois
like,
Lane eating a frog?
Yeah. No, what? I'm not sure if it shows her eating a frog. Like she opens up and there's a frog, and I just remember like as a kid being like, "Oh, she's a clone."
Wow, I might check this show out now. God. That sounds awesome. Right. I don't know if the rest of the show is insane as that, but that sounds amazing. Yeah.
I know Metallo is in it at some point, so.
I can't imagine that's a good thing. They can mess that up.
I don't remember. I don't have lots of memories on the show, like distinct memories, like I do with that. I just have kind of.
I remember the rerun I saw. He was fighting a boxer or something. He was in a boxing ring or a wrestling ring or something. I don't remember.
Well, Superman did fight Muhammad Ali.
Well, no, in the show, he wasn't fighting Muhammad Ali. I don't remember.
I know, but I mean in
comics,
I fought Muhammad Ali.
So that's all the news. We're going to be doing this on Sundays from now on.
Yeah, it's just easier schedule-wise.
Yeah, and what else do I have? I don't think I have anything. Go, because I started like a forum post at the We Are Geeks Not Nerds site. go to that. The link
Right.
in the info here.
If you want to give news.
If you want to discuss what we did wrong, just in case, because there's so many picky people out there. So yes, thanks.
Or to suggest news stories that you.
Oh yeah, that too, and
right?
suggest more members for that awesome supervillain team, please. I want to see how funny this could get. So until next week, we're still Duke and Eric. Hopefully, we'll be Duke and Eric next week. We haven't been keeping a good track on like us being here at the same time, like week by week.
Yeah, there's been about a month where it hasn't been.
Yeah, I promise one of us will be here because I don't know. I don't trust anyone else. I'm an untrustworthy bastard. Deal with it.
As King and Kaja have showed us.
Yes. Yes, and King keeps yelling at me. You should not try to go on because I want to do a review for the contest they're doing on Geekvolution. He says no, you should not do it.
Yeah, I know. No.
I know you guys would. And I know I'm not that good. So if you guys say I am, I'm going to be like, you guys got paid by somebody. So goodbye, everyone. Goodbye.